I don't know why I thought that this would be a good idea. It was only a couple of days ago when I was cutting down the paper to the right size that I realised that this is a lot. This is a lot. So I am going to explain everything as I go, but I genuinely just have to jump right in and start working on these. So quick rundown of my process first. Hopefully I can make this quick. I actually made like 36 of these yesterday, so I've kind of got my process down, starting with a cover that I fold in half, a white piece of paper that I stick inside, black piece of paper, another white piece of paper, and clip that into place so they're all centered. Then grab this piece of cardboard and use a pin to just poke a hole somewhere around the middle of this line, not being exact. Then about an inch up from that middle one and an inch down from that middle one. And then grab my thread and go through the middle first, in through one of those holes in the back, back through the middle, then through the other hole in the back. If I was using a thicker thread, I would just knot that now, but because I've switched my thread to a thinner one, I'm just gonna repeat that again, just to make sure it is nice and strong. Okay, and then just tie a knot with those loose threads in the middle. This, for some reason, is the hardest part for me, even though it's probably the simplest. I think maybe my nails are getting too long and they're just getting in the way. I just can't figure out a way to tie a double knot without the first knot unraveling. Cut off the excess, take the clips off, and there we go. And then obviously there's like this excess paper. So the finished one, this is actually the first one that I did and it turned out really well. So I trimmed down the edges and I also rounded the edges, but all of these I used like a knife to do that and just my manual corner rounder, so I had to do one page at a time. I'm hoping that for the rest of them I can like put them in my guillotine and do quite a few at once, and I've got a bigger corner rounder, like a more industrial one, so we'll see if that works, but for now I'm leaving them raw and unfinished, and I will do all the finishing touches in bulk when we're done. But that took about 5 minutes, and that is if it all goes smoothly. So not bad, 5 minutes per sketchbook. The only thing is that there are 200 of these that I need to make, and I don't want to do the maths on that, and that of course is with it going smoothly, which is why I want to crack on, because I want to get these done and sent out before like the Christmas postage rush. So I'm hoping a couple more days. Already spent like 1.5 days on it, but I think I have found my rhythm now. So let's have a quick word from today's sponsor, and then I will give you some much needed context on what I'm doing and why. NordVPN is a virtual private network that encrypts your online data and protects you in everything that you're up to online, from shopping to watching content, so that prying eyes and even your internet service provider can't access your info and activities. Especially at the moment, while I think a lot of us are shopping online, if you're sick of it seeming like every single thing that you search for or look at is being tracked and then feeding you targeted ads, a VPN is a great way to keep your activity private. And if you've ever tried to watch a show on Netflix or even lots of videos on YouTube that say that they aren't available in your region, NordVPN has over 5,000 servers in 60 different countries, which allows you to use your computer as if you're in any country that you choose. NordVPN is the fastest VPN out there and can be used on up to 6 different devices. I've personally been using and paying for it for a couple of years now on my computers and on my phone, and if you want to check it out for yourselves, they are having a holiday deal running where you can get a 2-year plan plus an additional month with a huge discount by using the coupon code MINI or visiting nordvpn.com/mini, which I will have linked in the description. Huge thanks to NordVPN for sponsoring the channel. Now back to these sketchbooks. Okay, let's go. Hopefully I can get some kind of flow going. I'm working in like batches of 20, so aiming in total for 10 batches of 20, but hopefully we can make a good dent in this first batch of the day. So I have wanted to make these sketchbooks for ages. If you remember my old like shop restock video from like a couple of years ago now, I attempted to make some perfect bound sketchbooks. I even bought this like binding machine thing and it just wasn't working. I was using this same paper, but it was just too thick to work, like to open the pages flat and for them to sort of not I don't know, press against each other and end up falling out. But the idea never left, and I've tried loads of times behind the scenes to sort of figure out a way to make it work. And I've made like my little mini sketchbooks and things for myself. But for ages now, I've wanted to make a set of sketchbooks for Patreon, just for the physical reward tiers. I thought the last bundle of the year could have something extra special in it. So I wanted to make like just these mini sketchbooks, and I thought it was a really good idea. And as I said, it was only when I started cutting down the paper down to size the other day that I realised this is a lot. This is a big task. 200 sketchbooks, and I decided initially that I would do 4 sheets of paper per sketchbook, so 16 pages overall, and that's what I did for this first test sketchbook. But I found that it was just a little bit too thick, so then I tried it with just 3 pieces of paper with 1 white, 1 black, 1 white, and that ends up with 12 pages, and I think that this turned out really well. Also in the trial and error, I was using like a proper binding twine that's lovely and thick, and with that I just had to go around once each time. But the way it knots, I wasn't really happy with. Like the knots almost feel like they're gonna come undone. I've tied them as tightly as I can. I think if people are gentle with them, it'll be fine. But I thought I would rather just use regular sewing string and just double up now. I also, in my trial and error, wanted to see what it would be like if I put the knot on the outside rather than on the inside, and then I like taped over it, and I actually think that that does look quite cool as well. So there's a few different iterations. I like that with something being so handmade, like everyone's gonna get something different, which is fun. And it's the same with like the size of them. When I was cutting them down to size, I was just sort of eyeballing it and making it up as I went along. Now, if this does go well, if these do come out looking how I hope they will, I would love to do this for my shop. I think it would be a cool, like just a cute little something. Like they're not the most amazing sketchbooks. I mean, the paper that I've used is like a Fabriana watercolour paper. It's 300 GSM, and the black paper is the Strathmore black mixed media paper. So it's a good quality paper. You could do anything in these sketchbooks. But they're like, you know, for a little project or for like plein air sketches or something like that. But yeah, I like the idea of people being able to get just these fun little handmade mini sketchbooks. Already suffered one casualty. Somehow doing this, my hand slipped, my fingernail went all the way backwards. So, I mean, it's not gory, but it's completely gone. Also been like building up a blister here, so God knows what state I'll be in by the end of this. We are on 38 now, so got a little way to go. update. It is dark now, as you can see. I have broken another nail. That one is on its way out. I think it's probably just time for me to cut them all anyway, but I've finished 4 batches of 20 so far today. I think I'm going to try and do one more to get my total up to 100 for today and total overall up to 136, but I thought I would quickly show you my workshop. So my energy was flagging a little bit earlier, but then the Christmas tree is on a timer and that came on and added a little bit of Christmas cheer to proceedings. So I lit the Christmas candle. This year's scent is Holiday Hearth. Oh, and I might be a proper YouTuber and put that like HD fireplace on the telly as well, really set the mood. That's more like it. So yeah, I'll probably stick some Christmas tunes on now, pretend I'm like one of Santa's elves working away into the night, and hopefully get this next batch done. Ideally, I would just work into the night and try and get the rest of them done, or at least finish them tomorrow, have them all done and ready to cut on Sunday. But I am busy tomorrow and I need to get ready tonight. I'm actually going wedding dress shopping tomorrow, which is exciting, but I feel very unprepared. I need to at least shave my legs. So, okay, I had like the briefest thought that maybe I don't need to shave my legs because the dresses will be long, but don't be lazy, Minnie. Just get on with it. I also need to figure out like where I'm going, how I'm gonna get there. So I am gonna finish as much as I can today and I'll pick up with you in a couple of days' time. But for now, I'm gonna make sure that this last batch of sketchbooks for the day is as fun and festive as I can make it. It is day 5. I spent the first day doing the first few batches of making sketchbooks. The second day is the day that you spent with me. And then after that, I took that first batch over here, cut those down to size. Then another day, I worked on making that final batch of sketchbooks. So today I've brought all of those, rest of those sketchbooks here to hopefully cut down to size and finish today. So I thought I would share with you the process of cutting down the sketchbooks and finishing them off. So I worked out the other day when I was doing this that working in batches of 8 works the best. Don't know why, that's just the number that fits into my guillotine the best. So I line them up 8 at a time in here and cut off the long edge first. That's the easiest one. And then I let the offcuts fall into this box underneath, most of them at least. And then I split that batch in half and do 4 at a time. This is where things get a bit more complicated, like trying to get this at a right angle. So I don't want to do too many at once in case I mess it up. But I essentially clip them together, line up that cut edge, that clean cut edge, and make that the angle that I'm working from to get that right angle. And then do the same again for the other short edge, and the same again for that next batch of 4. And then I think they look really nice like this. I think they look lovely and neat, but I love that extra final touch of those rounded edges. So I just round off the edges one sketchbook at a time and do that for the rest of them. So I have maybe 60 or 70 left to do, and I'm hoping I can get that done today. But I also, for these bundles, need to do the rest of the stuff. So I've got sticker sheets to print and cut. I've got stickers to print and cut as well. The postcard prints are already sorted, they're already printed, but I also then obviously need to package up and send out all of those bundles. So still lots left to do, but I really like how these sketchbooks have turned out, and I really do want to do something similar in my shop in the new year. As like labour intensive as they are to make, there's something really satisfying about them once they're done, and I can already think of loads of different designs that I would want to do for these. So yeah, once I've got some time, I definitely want to make another batch of these that will be available for everyone. Oh, before I forget, in case any of you were curious, wedding dress shopping went very well. It was just such good fun, really fun day out. I did find a dress that I really liked. Not the one, but it's definitely pointed me in the right direction of what I am looking for. And I don't know if I will get a chance to talk to you before the new year. I am beyond busy at the moment. I really can't even describe the level of busy that I'm at, and I'm really looking forward to hopefully having less on my plate in the new year. But for now, I just want to say thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. It's been really nice to be able to work with you guys, with the company of you guys over the last few days. It's really made a difference, and it's been nice to do some work on stuff like this that I know is going to get into some of your hands in the very near future, things that I know that you'll be using and making art in. It's really, really special, and it makes it all very much worthwhile. So thank you again for watching. Thank you for supporting my channel. Thank you for watching my videos and being here. I really, really appreciate it, and I can't wait to see what we end up doing in the new year. Have a lovely Christmas if you celebrate Christmas, and have a great new year, and I will see you in 2022.